Hi all, welcome to today's session. Uh, we will discuss about a few practical problems on both valuation and in connection with valuation rules. Of that, first problem, a very simple problem in my view, just to give us the feel and flavor for a practical problem. Bharat Gas sell cooking gas cylinders. Subsidies are directly transferred to the account of the customer. Selling price per cylinder is 900. Customer receives a subsidy of rupees 200 directly from government to his bank account. Now the outflow of the buyer is rupees 700. Find the value of supply of goods per cylinder in the hands of Bharat Gas. I believe a very fundamental and a straightforward question, which all of us are aware. Okay. So Bharat Gas, which sells cooking gases, they sell these cylinders for 900, but their customers directly get 200 rupees as subsidy, which happens in India. So come back here quick. What is the value of supply for Bharat Gas? A very simple question. Quick. Yes. Quick. Value of supply for Bharat Gas. Come on. Value of supply for Bharat Gas. See, among two answers, only one answer is possible. Okay. Either it has to be 700 or it has to be 900. That's all. Any other answer, is it possible if you're going to ask me? No. 700 or 900. See, we are at final. Maybe you can appreciate that fact. Okay. From a final perspective, this question looks simple. Let me repeat, looks simple, but a very deep rooted question on the content of your subject. Okay. Subsidy provided by government will not be included in the value of supply. A nice proposition, but I'm just trying to get the act one minute. How your situation changes, you yourself will see in your own eyes, so that that differences in our understanding will be evident automatically. Now, I'm unable to get that respective point from the. You can Google it out. Now, my point here is very simple. Uh, make yourself very clear. The subsidies has to be directly linked to the product, no doubt about it. But is this subsidy is received by Bharat Gas? Is this subsidy is received by the customer? When we go back, this subsidy is directly linked to the customer. Customer is going to be in receipt of this subsidy, and it is not your Bharat Gas. So when Bharat Gas has not received this subsidy, my only fundamental question that I raise here is, how come you can reduce this 200 rupees from the value of supply of Bharat Gas. If I am supplying fertilizer and government comes out and gives me fertilizer, subsidy for fertilizer, then no doubt, if it is going to be, let's say, it is NFCLs, which is Nagarjuna Fertilizer and Chemicals Limited, who sell agricultural fertilizer. If they sell this and a subsidy is given for the product from government, not to customers and all. See, there is a difference between both the questions. We are talking of subsidies which are covered in the second situation, not in the first situation. In the first situation, it is a subsidy, no doubt, but directly given to the individuals, directly given to people. Sir, is it not my product value is going to come down? I'm sorry. Now I'll ask you a fundamental question. Your customer has to pay to Bharat Gas. As a customer, you have to pay to Bharat Gas 900 rupees or 700 rupees. No doubt, as an end consumer, the amount that you're going to pay is going to be only 700 for the product, because 200 rupees is directly credited by government to your bank account. But understand here, as a buyer, the actual money you pay is going to be 900 rupees. For first question, Bharat Gas Limited, value of supply will be 900. Let me repeat. Why? If you're going to ask me, is it not government is giving a subsidy of 200? Government gives, but government gives directly to the consumer, not to your supplier. Your value of supply, let me repeat, value of supply will be rupees 900. Coming back here, in this situation, in a second situation where the government gives to the company itself a 30 rupees as subsidy, a product linked subsidy, which are directly reduced whenever goods are sold to the farmers. No doubt, value of supply will be rupees 300 minus rupees 30, which is a subsidy which is directly received by the company and which is also given to the farmer, where the value will be rupees 270. Is there is a difference between both the principles? Yes, there is a principle. Today, understand, government is also moving towards direct subsidy even for agricultural related matters, because In the name of the agriculturist, all these, some of those organizations started to claim all those subsidies from government. So as a matter of precaution, government made it a point very clear. You come and give your Kisan card. You also submit a proof that you have purchased so much pesticides. We will give you a subsidy for all this now, which was earlier routed through companies. Now it is getting directly linked. Even in this case of fertilizer, currently in my question it is not like that. Assume it is going to be proposed, the fertilizer subsidy are going to be directly given to the farmer. No doubt that cannot be reduced from the value of supply. So here, for the company, what is going to be the selling price is going to be more important associated with it. So come back here. Whenever any subsidy you come across, these are all some of those important aspects that are associated with it. Any doubts? Yes, I would take it up. Else we can step into your next problem. A few of you got it at 900, some of you got it at 700. Some of you were thinking that this is a government related subsidy. All that I completely agree with you. Ask one fundamental question: is money received by supplier or money received by the recipient? If a money received by recipient, you can't give deduction for that. If a money received by supplier, only then you can give deduction. The difference is going to be on the first situation and the second situation. Moving from here, getting into another stream of discussion on problems. 1 minute. Prasad sir, I don't think so. Indian Oil is giving subsidy to you. It is Government of India is giving subsidy to you, as I understand. I don't think so. Indian Oil collects it and gives it to you. It's a direct credit from Government of India to you than Indian Oil is my understanding, Prasad. In case of all these subsidies. One minute. I'll just review this problem whether it is there's a copy paste from another document. We want to ensure its authenticity. Yes, a problem which earlier appeared in exam, a standard problem. See through this problem. Before that, I had some questions. Sai Subramaniam, the assumption is like that only. It is assumed that the instrument can be used exclusively only for manufacturing this 30 tons of chemical. After that, this instrument loses its usage validity or something like that. Otherwise, we have to go for certain other assumptions. So we have to assume in that way only. So standard problem, a problem which earlier appeared in exam. Mahindra Brothers, registered in Gujarat, has supplied 30 tons of chemical at the rate of rupees 50,000 per ton, excluding taxes, to P of Uttarakhand on 8th September 2018. The invoice for the supply has also been issued on the same date. Further, following additional amounts were also charged from P towards freight, lakh and 10,000, as packing charges, lakh and 80,000, weighing charges or weighment charges, rupees 20,000. Cost of an instrument specially purchased, by Mahindra Brothers to manufacture the chemical. Usage of the word the chemical signifies us this equipment is used only to manufacture this 30 tons. Maybe I'll put in this way, sir, if it is 50 tons, then they have to buy that equipment for 50 tons worth. So I understand and I assume, let me repeat it, that assumption is forming part of this question. Sir, if I take an alternate assumption, if you take any other alternate assumption, you need some more information. What is the total capacity of this machine, or for what level it can manufacture? Without that, if it says, for example, 3,10,000 within bracket 100 tons, then you can do some apportionment of costing. When words like that is not there and usages for manufacture of the chemical, the chemical that is referred here, it is presumed and assumed that it is only this equipment is used only for that purpose. Followed by, as per terms of contract of supply, Mahindra Brothers is required to get the chemical inspected by an independent testing agency before delivery of the same to P. P has paid such inspection charges amounting to 12,000 directly to the testing agency. Okay. Now, Mahindra Brothers has also received rupees 50 lakhs as a subsidy from state government for setting up chemical manufacturing plant in Gujarat. Followed by, P is required to make payment within 15 days of supply in terms of the contract. However, P delayed the payment of consideration and made a payment in November 2018, thus paid rupees 15,000 as interest. We need to determine what is going to be the value of supply. Mahindra Brothers and P are not related, and price is the sole consideration for supply. We have certain transactions. Maybe you can work around on this, come up with some number, and then I'll take it up at the next level. Once you come up with certain numbers, then we can move forward certainly. I would recommend a 3 columnar table for your presentation. A larger column, a particulars column, amount column, and a remarks column. See, maybe you can take up each amount and then give a remarks for it. There are few transactions. A few transaction might warrant an addition. A few transaction might not warrant an addition. It all depends upon each problem. Basic contract price we have. Once we have basic contract price, after that basic contract price, we have freight charges. Then we have packing charges. we have weighment charges. Weighing or weighment charges. Then exclusive instrument used for manufacture of chemical. There is an assumption behind this. Behind this aspect, you have an assumption, no doubt about it. Followed by testing charges. And then we have state government subsidy. And maybe we also have delay in payment of tax. Once we give effect for all these adjustments, a typical 8-mark problem, as I earlier mentioned, once appeared in exam. So make yourself a little more comfortable. This is not a problem. It is not sourced from some extraordinary aspects and all. A vanilla problem from one of your earlier exam papers. See, Haripriya Mohan, it will not form part of value of supply means it will not be included. Based on the problem only you can decide is it to be excluded or you have to stay quiet. See, if what is the price that is given, I don't know. See, it's a situation question. If already subsidy is included in the, included means, so if already subsidy is considered in the price, then you have to take a different position. When subsidy is not considered, you have to take a different position. Don't expect add less and all here. Have understanding that value of supply will not form part of your transaction value. Sorry, your value of subsidy will not form part of a transaction value or value of supply. Now, if already it is considered and it is correct, you will keep quiet. Already considered, but it is not correct, you will add. Not at all considered, you will not do anything. So, based on the situation only, answer will come. Otherwise, answer would not. Okay. Vishnu Prasad, read once again subsidy. Sai Subramaniam through, I think, you're almost right. Uh, Prasad and Balaji, yes. Kindly read through the last. No, 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 no. Sai Subramaniam, kindly check your adjustment relating to testing charges. Kindly read through testing charges. Prasad, if you share me the breakup, Prasad and Balaji, if you share me your breakup, that is basic price plus this, you get that TV. Now I would be able to comment because in the answers I have a permutation combination here. Aishwarya, Aishwarya, can you share your breakup? Aishwarya Ambika, you have come up. You can give me your breakup. If you give your breakup, I would be able to comment. Quick, a standard problem. If you are closing down this problem, equivalent to solving a exam related problem. You're all almost here in the problem, but here and there differences, little differences. That's all. I think Balaji, you're through. Aishwarya, you're through. Gajendran, instrument. Sorry, Kirtana Gajendran, your instrument. What will happen to instrument? Ambika, Ambika. No, no, no. Kirtana Gajendran, check the testing charges. Ambika, check your testing charges. Will it be included or not? Prasad, we don't want value per ton and all. Okay. We want only value as a whole. That, a few of you would be trying at your end. I'll take up this problem at this level. Hope the Excel sheet is visible to you. Have a heading. Determination of value of supply. Um, one. Now, so this is be our starting point. At the exam level also, I would recommend a presentation of this way, a particular amount and simultaneous remark column. Then and there you can take calls relating to what is going to be the number, all this and all. Maybe as a basic price, as a contracted price, it was contracted for 50,000 metric ton per metric ton, and 30 metric ton, about 30 metric ton is purchased. So 30 metric ton at rupees 50,000 each, excluding taxes. Maybe this information can be captured. No doubt we are going to use our support systems and arrive that number. Don't straight away put that magical number here. Okay, 15 lakhs. How that 15 lakhs came, somewhere that information is required, you can use it over there. Coming back here, question discussed about a freight charge of lakh and 10,000 rupees. Now, no doubt, uh, all expenses, all expenses up to delivery of goods will be included in value of supply. This is what section 15 subsection 2. If you want to be specific, no doubt you can always highlight the subsection which is going to discuss about incidental expenses. You can come and highlight that section and say all expenses would be included. And if you want to write the subsection also, you can write. I am stopping at 15.2 consciously, but if you want to make yourself more evident and more what is a little expertise, you want to add it over to your answers, you can always mention with the subsection number 1,10,000 will be included. You will add this, no doubt it will be added. Same in the case of packing charges. So it is also another expenditure incurred for delivery of goods, 1,80,000, which will again be added, followed by weighment charges. It is in connection with your supply. Again, weighment charges will also be added on almost similar lines and logic. No change in over here. Here comes up something new. A specific equipment purchased and the cost of equipment is also recovered. Okay. The cost of equipment which has been purchased and recovered is 3,10,000. What will happen to this 3,10,000? I'm sure all of you will agree. the same entry 50 talks about any money collected by supplier. Any money collected by supplier for anything done. Here we are making a strong assumption that the equipment is used for manufacture only this chemical. It cannot be used for anything else. So keeping all those assumptions intact, no doubt, as per section 15(2), it will be included. Wherever you want to be little specific and come out and highlight what to say. If you want to be little specific and you want to come out and highlight, yes, you can always write your specific section number. Let me repeat it, that assumption becomes mandatory here. As far as the discussion is concerned, the assumption becomes mandatory, that it is assumed the equipment is used only to manufacture this chemical. Because if this assumption fails, the whole answer would change. Okay, you are not supposed to take up. Sir, can I take an alternate assumption? Yes, you can take an alternate assumption. If you take an alternate assumption, let me repeat it. You need further information. How much chemicals it can be used, or how to add this cost into that value, or already my 50,000 is including this value or not. We don't know. So from the question, this is can be understood. Further, see, maybe I'll take you through 1 minute to that core wording. See, why we have to add? If you want further justification, maybe you can concentrate on these lines. 1 minute. Or maybe you concentrate on this line. So you are not supposed to come up with a proposition of this is already included in my 50,000. Hope you are able to appreciate this thought. Preferably freight, packing charges, weighman charges, and this 12,000 rupees paid to this agency or cost of instrument. Leave at least 12,000 paid to the agency. That comes as a separate para. These 4 items are additionally charged. So I don't want someone to come up with an alternate assumption. Given the facts of this question, that is not possible. Okay. So in another question with another small tweaking that happens here, definitely yes, you can come up with a different variation. So here it has to be added. Now, coming back towards the fundamental question. Post this, as per the terms of the contract, they have to pay for an independent testing agency. Now, my question is this: testing charges collected, which is going to be 12,000 paid by the recipient directly to supplier. This testing charges 12,000. Will it be included or it will not be included? Let me repeat. Testing charges 12,000. Will it be included or it will not be included? Quick. I want answers. Specifically, if at all you are doing problem, in my view, you are doing this problem only for these 3 adjustments. I'm sorry, you are not doing this problem for anything. You are doing problem only for these 3 adjustments. Just these 3 adjustments. How you are going to handle these 3 adjustments is going to be the problem. The 4, this is a complete 8-mark problem. The 4 marks is easy. I'm sorry, interest. All of you will close your eyes and say 15,000 will be included. All those penalty, this, that, and all will be included in value of supply. All late fee and penalty collected by the supplier will be included in value of supply. I don't mind about it because see, come on, understand. For me, those are all not important adjustments. Just 3 adjustments. What will happen to testing charges? Will it be included or will it be excluded? Quick. Included, excluded. A few of you said it should not be included. A few of you said it has to be included. Rest all of you don't know. Waiting for your answers. No, no, no. All of you have a view. See, not every problem is unique. In every problem, 1 or 2 adjustment alone will be unique. Let me repeat that. In this problem, these 3 adjustments are unique adjustment. This problem is exclusively based only on these 3 adjustments. And majority of the answers that posted by you only had a difference in these 3 adjustments. Otherwise, all of you are all right. Quick. Testing charges paid by the recipient on behalf of the supplier. Included, not included. Quick. I want answer. Yes. A few of you, 15(2)(b), payment by the recipient on behalf of the supplier will be included. Deepak Bhai, beautiful, nice plan. But kindly make a note, your 15(2)(b) is like this. I'm just sharing to you a verbatim section 15(2)(b). Read through this and answer to me. Read through this. I have shared you in the chat box the verbatim 15(2)(b) to you. And just for your information, I'm sharing it again on your screen. Read through this adjustment and then take a call. Don't blindly take a call. After reading through this adjustment, if you still feel it has to be included, we will include it. That's it. What is the charm? Any amount that the supplier is liable to pay in relation to such supply, but which has been incurred by the recipient of supply and not included in the price actually paid or payable for supply of goods or services. In fact, the discussion here is not relevant. The discussion after here is going to be a lot more relevant. And not included in the price actually. See, we are at final. That fellow will test with to the core possible. To the core possible, he'll try to test you. And not included in the price actually paid or payable. My only submission is that 12,000 rupees is already factored in this 15 lakhs, not factored in this 15 lakhs. I want an answer. This 12,000 rupees is already included or not included? If it is already included, here no addition. If it is not included, now you have to add this 12,000. Do I need to put a 0 or do I need to put 12,000? is solely based on am I in whether the value of supply 15 lakhs included this 12,000 as not included this 12,000. Quick, your answers please. 15 lakhs basic price already include testing cost. I have not included testing cost. Good. Whoever answered till now, all of you are right. My question is very fundamental. 15 lakhs already included testing charges of 12,000 or not included. Otherwise, read through it once again. See, Aishwarya, I am going to give you a work to you. You need to pay 2,000 rupees for that work to somebody. I also know you considered that and only quoted me 10,000 rupees. Your idea is I'll give you 10,000. You will pay 2,000. Net, you will have 8,000 rupees for the work. Okay. Once again, I'll come back to this point, Aishwarya. I told Aishwarya, I know you have to pay to that fellow 2,000 rupees. I will pay him 2,000 rupees. Now, you're going to raise to be a bill for a value of 10,000. Now, this 10,000 already included 2,000 or now we need to add. See, these are all learning, understanding a commercial transaction. If you understand this commercial transaction only, you can appreciate it. Lot of you are all right, except one or two. 12,000 is already included. 12,000 is already included in that. Because it is already included in the basic price, it will not be included. Now, a very great learning, as the basic price is inclusive of testing charges, the money paid by the recipient will not be included in value of. I'm ready to explain in case if you find it difficult, but a most critical point, whatever it is mentioned in bold are very much important here. Majority of you got this point also right. The last point also right. Subsidy from central government. Central government subsidy. Will it be included or excluded? They have received a subsidy of some amount. They have received a subsidy of 50 lakhs. Yes, 50 lakhs for putting up a plant. Subsidy included or excluded? Quick. A lot of you got it right, I know. Subsidy will be excluded because it is a subsidy, state government subsidy for plant and not for product. It is not for product, it is for plant, so it will be excluded. If you now sum up your value, you should get a number. Transaction value under section 15(1) of CGST Act and GST at the rate of 18% will be 3,84,300. Let me repeat it. A few of you Excel sheet is not visible. Sorry. A few of you got it right. A few of you yet to get it right. Check. You get it right. A lot of you got it right, just for your information, except some of you had a different answer because of uh, your. I mean, I have now shared the Excel screen. Yes, it is in Excel. This is one problem when you work on multiple screens. Done. All of you could able to see the Excel screen. Yes. Our answer has to be presented like this to score off a complete mark. Do I need that section reference and subsection reference? From an examiner's perspective, subsection reference itself is required. B, C, then what? Here E, here D. So do I need to write like that, sir? So everywhere CCC will come. That's all. Excel not showing up. Can some of you confirm you're not able to view the Excel? Excel is visible. All of you, Haripriya, you check. All of you are all sharing. Excel is visible. If you are through, done with it, we can move forward. Any doubts? Yes, I would take it up. Yes, yes, yes. Done. Now only I closed it. If you are done with it, we can move forward. Kindly confirm. Any doubts? Yes. Raise your hand. I'll unmute you. If you have no doubts, then we can move forward. Yeah, through. Can we move forward? Yes. get into a next problem. In my view, a pretty easy problem, a little straightforward problem. But just be aware, this is another type of problem. That's all. Kamal and Co. manufacture customized products, and its units is situated in Rajasthan. Cost of production of Kamal and Co. for 1000 products is rupees 20 lakhs. These products require further processing before sale, and for this purpose, products are transferred from its Rajasthan unit to its another unit in Punjab. The Punjab unit, apart from processing its own product, engage in processing of similar kind of other person who supply those product of same kind and quality, and thereafter sell these products to wholesalers. These are not, sorry, there are no other factories in the neighborhood area which are engaged in same kind of business at as that of its Punjab unit. Product of same kind and quality are supplied in lots of 1000 each, uh, 1000 each, time by another manufacturer located in Punjab. The price of such goods is 19 lakhs. Determine the value of supply of 1000 product supplied by K and Co, Kamal and Co, to its Punjab unit as per provisions of CGST Act. It's a pakka transfer question. A transaction between distinct person. What is going to be your value of supply? Is going to be a clear test on this question. Let me repeat. The question wants to know from you what will be a value of supply in case if goods are going to move from Rajasthan unit to your Punjab. Yes. Think about it. Which rule has to be applied? Have a thought and then determine based on that rule. Yes. Technically speaking, a 8-mark question testing you on a particular rule. Uh, is this question is open ended? If you're going to ask me, yes, the question is open ended. It will throw you certain options. It will throw certain options to you. You have to decide upon certain options because those options are not forming part of your answer. I mean, forming part of your question. So based on that, we have to take a position. I shared you the content also. Quick, quick, quick. Before concluding an answer, kindly be very clear. It's easy to say 19 lakhs. Easy to say 19 lakhs, but check. Just understand, for just sharing 19 lakhs, will the institutes are interested in giving a higher mark? Just think about it. That's all my points here are. Before okay, uh, I'll again take this question. Kamal and company manufactures customized products. Let me repeat: customized product at its unit situated in Rajasthan. Cost of production for Kamal and company for 1000 product is 20 lakhs. So COP for Kamal and company of making this 1000 products is 20 lakhs. These products require further processing before sale, and for this purpose, product are transferred from its Rajasthan unit to its another unit in Punjab. The Punjab unit, apart from processing its own products, engage in processing of similar products of other person who supply the products of same kind and quality, and thereafter sell the processed product to wholesalers. There are no other factories in the neighboring area which are engaged in same business as that of its Punjab unit. Products of same kind and quality are supplied in lots of 1000 each the time by another manufacturer located in Punjab. The price of such goods is 19 lakhs. Determine the value of supply. Now I'll ask a very fundamental question: whether the Punjab unit is eligible to claim ITC or ineligible to claim ITC. Have we asked this question first? First question: whether Punjab unit, if whether Punjab unit is eligible to claim ITC or not eligible to claim ITC. Why, sir? If he is eligible to claim ITC, our answer is different. If he is not eligible to claim ITC, our answer is different. Yes or no? If he is eligible to claim ITC, what will be our answer? As long as both the as long as if the recipient is eligible to claim, important word, full ITC, the price mentioned in invoice will be deemed as open market value. Have you read this or not? By reading this question, first fundamentally one thought should come to us, which is whether they are eligible to claim ITC or they are not eligible to claim ITC. If they are eligible to claim ITC, answer is different. If they are not eligible to claim ITC, answer is different. So, if in case they are eligible to claim ITC, then very comfortably, as we highlighted, that's all will be the values. So, we don't know. Let me repeat. The question is also consciously silent. Question is very consciously silent about that fact. So, which means they want to answer us in both ways. Now, coming back here. If not eligible to claim ITC, if they are not eligible to claim ITC, then as it is a customized product, open market value is not available. As it is a customized product, first hit the open market value is not available. Followed by the next only option is going to be like, kind, and quality. Like, kind, and quality of similar goods, which value is mentioned as 19 lakhs, that would be accepted. So my only point here is you will not conclude straight away. You will not conclude straight away this answer. You will only conclude by referring both the answers. Let me repeat. Open market value. If open market value is not available, then we will go to like, kind, and quality of goods. Now, once again, like, kind, and quality of goods is not available. Be the value of supply of goods or services of like, kind, and quality. If that is not available, then only we'll go to what? Rule 30 and 31. Again, when it comes to like, kind, and quality of goods, a small proviso is also there, provided that where the goods are intended for further supply as such by the recipient. When the goods are involved, further supply as such by the recipient, the value shall, at the option of the supplier, be an amount equivalent to 90% of 90% of the price charged for supply of goods of like, kind, and quality by the recipient to his customer, not being a related person. First of all, here, when it comes to that aspect is concerned, can we use this option? Can I say 90% of 19 lakhs? The answer will be no, because very simple. Punjab unit does a further processing, not as such by the recipient. Let me repeat. These words are important. As such means trading. When you do a trading, then it is as such. When you do a processing, it is not as such. I give it to you in one form. In the same form, you will sell as such. As such supply. As such, it is removed. But I'll give you in one form. You will process it into another form and then you supply. So it is not possible. So can Rajasthan go for the option? Assume ITC is not applicable. ITC is not applicable. Can I go for an option of 90% of 19 lakhs? Answer is no. That is ruled out because it is not a as such supply. So those are the three key ingredients of this question. Apart from a regular text that you are going to write, you will come out and highlight as per section 15.1, value cannot be determined. So as per section 15.4, read along with rule 28, value will be determined in case of distinct person, transactions between distinct person in this rule 28. As per rule 28, generally value of supply will be open market value. If open market value is not available or fails, then like, kind, and quality of goods supplied. Followed by third, if both fails, rule 30 and 31. First proviso says at the option of supplier, if the recipient supplies the goods as such to an unrelated buyer. Here, it is not as such of goods sold by the recipient. People of that kind, similar nature, are supplying it. That fellows as such supply only you have to take. Let me repeat it. The point that I want to understand. Some of us think the price is this 19 lakhs is Punjab unit 19 lakhs. No, I am talking of that proviso is Punjab units value it should be. Here this 19 lakhs in Punjab, like these products are sold to consumers at 19 lakhs or another wholesalers at 19 lakhs. Sir, if this number is also not available, then what should I do? Very simple, cost of production plus 10%. Here, that need is not there because you have a like, kind, and quality, which is mentioned as 19 lakh. If I write 19 lakhs, I get the answer. All this story, whatever I have explained in the last 10-12 minutes, all that story should form part of your answers. One minute. One minute. I'm copying down another problem. I'm tweaking the question a little because this problem actually, though it is big, it becomes a very simple problem, which I don't want. Okay, because at one go we can close off two important aspects. I have tweaked this problem to learn it from both, do a single problem from both supplier and recipient's perspective in case of a job. One minute, one more value addition, which will be the last value addition. And this makes my problem a very season complete, full-fledged problem. Actually, the original version was a non-tweaked version. We had it as a practice problem in one of the RTP. This is a tweaked problem. It in-houses a lot of additional add-ons, a personal touch of mine, preferably this rate-related matters. So quick here is, R Limited has given activity of job work to S Limited. So R Limited is a supplier of raw material. S Limited is a job worker. And R Limited asked S Limited to manufacture the goods. After manufacturing the goods, S Limited will print the retail sale price as 50 and it will send back to R Limited. R Limited will sell it to end consumers in the market or wholesalers in the market, as the case may be. The cost of raw material is ₹1,70,000. The jobber charges, including profit margin, is going to be ₹75,000. Transportation charges from R Limited to S Limited is ₹5,000. Bags from S Limited to R Limited is ₹7,500. To do this manufacturing, a technical know-how is required, a technology is required. That technology is procured by the R Limited and given to S Limited for a price of ₹25,000. Now, finished product is sold to end consumer by R Limited for ₹42. Rate of goods 12%, rate of services, if in case there are there, here if it is there, then it is liable for 5%. S Limited gave a discount. If somebody makes them full payment at the time of invoice, on the invoice itself, they gave ₹1,000 as discount. The question before you, what is the value of supply for S Limited? What is the value of supply for R Limited? That's all. Though the question looks lengthier and big, mark my word, one of the simplest question. And just for your information, if you scan through the question without the GST, without the technology transfer, this question has appeared 7 times in final exam, in prior to GST regime. Sir, what is the speciality of it? Is job work. The speciality of the problem is job work, and it warrants you to think a lot. And here in this problem, a little difference that I have brought into this problem, or a little modification I have brought into the problem, is I want you to answer it from both persons' perspective. I want you to determine value from R Limited perspective. I want you to determine value from S Limited perspective. But original question will request you to determine only from S Limited, because it was a question that was planned for lesser marks, 4 marks. But full-fledged questions would be this. We will first take it up at your wish, R Limited or S Limited, whomever you want. I don't mind about it. For me, all the same. Can we go to R Limited or S Limited? Quick. You'll go for S Limited or R Limited. I get 2 different answers. Then I have to come up with anything, your wish. S Limited we will go. It's easy. Actually, S Limited is easy. We'll go determine first value for S Limited. Standard assumptions operate, R limited, S limited are not related. Price is the sole consideration of supply. These are all standard conditions. We have to go with an assumption. If the question is silent, all that are satisfied. If it is not satisfied, question will say. If it is satisfied, question will be silent. See, when I do a transaction with you, it's a understanding that both of us are not related. If you do a transaction with the academy, then again, both of you are all not related. That's a standard assumption. If it is related, it's a duty of the examiner, duty of the question paper setter to mention about that. So we will start with S limited valuation. What is the value of supply for S limited and what is going to be the tax payable? So value of supply for S limited and GST payable. Quick. Value of supply for S limited and GST payable. Balaji, nice answer, Balaji. Nice answer. Nice thoughts. One small English correction I'll make in the problem. One English correction. Technology fee, no. Technology is owned by R Limited for subsequent. See, if somebody can close, write the answer, I think all of us can do it. Quick. By the way, 2,50,000, how you got Hari Prakash? I don't know from where you got the 2,50,000 number itself. Where is this 2,50,000 Hari Prakash number? Quick. A lot of you can answer. Think about it. Arrive your numbers. Eliminate irrelevant information. I have dumped you with irrelevant information. Question has dumped you with irrelevant information. Whatever nails that are plugged, all are unimportant nails. Same way, whatever information are given, predominant of the information is useless, not useful, not relevant at all. We are on S limited. Prasad G, S limited, who is a job worker. So somebody is logging in. So we'll do one thing. We have to wind up our session now. Just for your information, when it comes to S Limited, the value of supply will be 75,000. Only the job work charges, the cost of raw material movement, this, that, all, cost of raw material, movement of material, all that will be in the scope of the job worker. So, sorry, principal. Principal who will supply the material, principal who will take back the material. Question does not supply emphasize. Principal who hold the technology, he give the technology right to use to process in S Limited, for which again the owner everything is going to be R Limited. What is S Limited's money? Just 75,000 rupees is going to be S Limited money. Beyond that, S Limited is not going to enjoy any money. One. So value of supply for S Limited is 75,000. Job work is a supply of goods or a supply of service. As per schedule 3, treatment or process carried out by a person. Job work is a supply of goods or a supply of service. It's a supply of service, so you will refer the rate of tax as 5%. 75,000 into 5%, you will get the answer for it. Come back when it comes to R Limited, vanilla question, 42 rupees he sold, 42 into 4,500 units. He has balance 500 units with him. Leave that. 42 into 4,500 units will be added. Sir, why 25,000 will not be added in the case of R Limited? Come on, understand, R Limited, sell the goods to the consumer. You as an end consumer using a mobile phone. A mobile phone involves 62 technology transfers. Bluetooth is a technology owned by one company. Wi-Fi, a technology owned by another company. Chip designing, a technology owned by another company. Xiaomi, Note 1 Plus, or whomever it might be in OnePlus, anybody signs up agreement with 61 people, 61, 62 people, get different technology, enable everything in their product and sell to you for 30,000 rupees. As an end consumer, you pay only 30,000 rupees. You cannot question the 25,000 to be added here. Understand that is what is more relevant. We'll do one thing. We'll take up this question if you want in our next session. And we have another 2 or 3 questions. Once concluding with those questions, we will conclude this and get into the special discussion on your valuation, all those special provisions in relation to valuation. Thank you all for effective and patient listening. Thank you.